Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You have reached Indigenous You, and this is Testimonies of the Ordained. Please excuse the area around my mouth. It's been having some issues lately. Um, but I also wanted to talk about a few things. One, I know I haven't posted in a while. I actually tried to post yesterday one of these videos, and unfortunately, that did not pan through. It was still processing and it was taking forever to upload, which one thing I do not believe in coincidences, not all the time. However, I just felt like maybe that wasn't the video to upload. So that has been deleted, and I am now re uploading this one. The thing that I wanted to also bring up was that I do plan on changing the name from Testimonies of the Ordained to probably Indigenous Youth Testimonies or Testimonies of Indigenous Hue. Reason being is that Testimonies of the Ordained sounds pretty pretentious, especially on my part, for me. And it can be easily misconstrued as an all encompassing word, where it makes it seem like I'm talking in behalf of all of those who are ordained or all of those who are chosen. However, that is not the case. I'm just talking about my experiences when it comes to spirituality. Uh, and also, uh, I'm not going to post every single day. I'll post as much as I possibly can. Um, and as frequently as I can. Uh, but because I still work a 9 to 5, uh, there are going to be times where I'm not going to be posting, and there are going to be times where I might need some me time or alone time where it's just like it might be a week, it might be 2 weeks, it might be a month, depending on how much time I need to myself. Um, And also, you might see me in the same position wearing the same shirt. It's probably because I'm uploading multiple videos, but when it's time for me to actually upload them onto YouTube, I will upload them onto YouTube. Uh, and so, yeah, I'm not going to change my shirt for every single post. Just letting you know. However, let's get into it, shall we? If you're new to the channel, please, if this at all resonates with you, whatever I'm talking about, please like, share, subscribe. Um, and what I talk about is just my spiritual journey, and also I also do poetry as well. So, what I wanted to talk about is how powerful words are, especially when you're on a spiritual journey. Um, and everything in life is spiritual. Let's just be completely 100 on that. Everything in life is spiritual, which is why I have a hard time believing in coincidences. So it's very rare that I will say, well, that's a coincidence. Um, and the reason why I don't necessarily believe in coincidences is because there's a action, or there's a reaction to every action. So there is a ripple effect that just goes through, and it somehow will end up to me or you or whatever the case may be, whether it be positive or negative. There's the duality in everything. Um, so what I wanted to talk about, yeah, was words and how powerful those are. Now, thoughts in general, is a powerful thing, but what you say is even more powerful than what you necessarily think. And how you project what you say, whether it be positive or negative, uh, has an effect. And what people don't understand is how you project those words whether you're doing it intentionally or not, you are in fact spell casting. So you have to watch your words. Uh, and here's a prime example of that. I won't necessarily tell you the situation, but this is the negative aspect of it. So, uh, not too long ago, I was in a predicament, and if you've been patient enough to sit through my intro, you would know that I don't have it all in spades. I really do not. Um, I'm not, and I will admit to it. I'm not financially stable. I do not have a really. I've never been in a relationship, and I wouldn't even possibly be able to afford a relationship given the fact that the mindset of the society today is how much you make and what can you do to provide. Um, and that's kind of sad in a sense. It's a little sad. It is also trust as well. I think there's a lot of things that tie into relationships, but that's for another video or someone else you can watch on YouTube regarding that. But I was in a predicament, and uh, whatever the case may be, this person actually helped out. And regardless of the fact that I said thank you and that I appreciated it, they said something that was not truly necessary when we live in a society where the cost of living is ridiculously high. Um, Gas is high. Uh, Food, the price of food is high. We're already in the Hunger Games, honey. If you think you're not, we're already in the Hunger Games. People are debating on whether or not whether to pay their rent or eat because they got bills to pay, they got the car payment, they got the rent payment, they got the kids to take care of if they have kids, they the whole nine, the whole shebang, okay? And this person said, "Do better." And I'm saying it a little lighter than how it was said. Um, but how it was projected was so bad, and it just completely changed my attitude. It took me out of my character, and I was already in a little bit of a funk, anyways. But to add that, that's injury to insult, um, and that do better is technically a spell being casted upon somebody. It does a, you think that that's going to make somebody do better. Unfortunately, it does the opposite. And what, in terms of that, it affects how they work, how they communicate with other people. It could even affect their livelihood. Just words alone and how it's projected in such a negative light. And so, bottom line is be careful of what you say, even if it's for you. If it's for you and you're saying, I am not worthy, or I am, I'm ugly, or whatever the case may be, and it's not positive, it is causing a negative effect, and it's going to cause a ripple effect, and it's going to affect others and how you communicate to others. Okay. But when you say, I'm awesome, I'm great, I'm a good person, or I'm positive, I'm happy, I'm this. When you put in positivity towards yourself, then that changes the ripple effect. And in fact, you can go about your day and smile to somebody and say, "Hey, how are you doing?" So on and so forth, and keep that going. Now, being spiritual is a daily practice. Doing that as a daily practice, we're not always going to have good days. We're going to have bad days. We're going to have this. We're going to have that. It's just, but how you present yourself and how you communicate with others, it's sometimes that when you are having a bad day, it's probably best to keep as quiet as possible and watch your words and watch what you say. You can't help your thoughts. You can acknowledge those thoughts and say, okay, to yourself, all right, thank you for that. But let's move on. That's negative thinking, whatever the case may be. But trying not to project it through words by vocalizing it and saying it and causing this ripple effect. Now, I'm not perfect. I know I've said some things that have probably hurt other people, and for that, I apologize. I also realize that sometimes immediately after I have said it, and I end up reflecting, and I'm my own worst critic. I punish myself more than people understand. Um, Especially when I feel tremendously bad about saying something that should not have been said, um, and it was likely unintentional. Either way, that's what I wanted to share with you, was just watch your words and understand how powerful words are when you're going on a spiritual journey or just in general. Um, we don't need any more negativity in this world. Okay. Um, we need more positivity. And I plan on continuing being the conduit of light and love and positivity. So, uh, yeah, if this at all has resonated with you, please again like, share, subscribe. If you want to help this see this channel grow, please. I do have a Cash App link down below. But either way, thank you so much. Peace and love to you. Know that I love you, and you know who else does. See you later.